Welcome to Two Guys.
A girl,
And an MBA.
I want to discuss China.
Oh boy.
Again, China again. China built a robot with a human brain. Chinese scientists grew a cerebral organoid. Oh my God, they even name it organoid. A mini brain made by human stem cells and connected it to a robot. So it's real now. It's not a Terminator or something. It's a real one. It's a robot plus human cells, human brain. And what is next? Next, it's like combination artificial intelligence power, like to find data and proceed this data, and the human opinion. Because now how sometimes AI can be wrong, and human review and said, okay, this is correct, not correct, there's biases. But if we already combine brain with AI, it's next step to like proceed with data. Second, then you can, I think it's already did with some scientists, where you lost your ability to, for instance, talk. They put in your brain some computer.
So it includes actual human brain tissue. I'm just reading about it. It's like,
yeah.
how does that even work?
You can show the picture of this and images.
Yeah.
So it's just like a small brain in the robots.
They use stem cells. Stem cells can.
Stem cells. It's a real cells.
It just grows.
The next, it will be, oh my God, if we grow this and it will be conscious, a person, should it be right as a human because it's a part of human brain? Or it's just a robot and we can kill, we can do something. And I think brain can feel, maybe not pain. Of course it can feel pain. Maybe it's not in your hands or legs, but it's some pain if you put stick in this brain or electricity or something. So it should be in new regulations. If it will be robot and you want to use it for domestic usage, just helper, like Siri, but Siri is a robot with a human brain. So,
yeah,
it's like a clone, but it's part. It looks like a clone. Do this thing has a soul? Should we ask a new pope about it? So I wonder, dear viewers, please leave a comment. How do you think? Is it like a new soul in this small brain, because it's still cells, human cells?
What's the line between biology and technology? When does it?
And the life is a human life, even if it's the rest is AI, robots, something, lithium, and everything to support energy. But still, it's a brain. It's not a part of bone or nothing.
So do you think it,
for instance, but it's
do you
like
think it will
brain.
feel emotions then? Will it get angry? Will it get sad?
Brain responsible for emotions. So for me, it's like a thing that it's a real person. I cannot say it's human, but it's another kind of human. And before we have women's, men's, now then we have different type of women's, men, and transgenders, and now it's a plus human. Who are you? Organoid.
My take on this is it always comes out of China, right? And I think Elon Musk has Neuralink, DARPA has their own, but there's restrictions in the United States. But I don't know if I should say this, but I would say that this week Donald Trump signed another executive order that limited gain of function, and they make it more dangerous, let's call it.
Mm-hmm.
But in China they don't have that type of restrictions. The United States just put it back in, but it's almost like they allow it to happen in China because everybody wants to experiment with this new kind of, whether it's cloning, whether it's this, whether it's gain of function, and they allow it to happen in China. They restrict it in the United States, but they still, use, I guess, the benefit of the experiment. I'm sure Elon Musk is looking at this. I think, the DARPA is looking at this. And I always question, like, why do we do it? And then we just do it anyway. And now it sets a new bar for what's acceptable, right? And its next one is going to be in the next level. Next one, they're going to put it here. Next level. And next thing you know, we're in a world where we have like humanoids that look like us but are superior in every way. And they're doing podcasting and there's like
I,
Yeah.
I was gonna say I know some people that are less human than the cyborg thing
there you
probably
go.
already is. I know some despicable
You're already
people.
you're already picking who's gonna be knocked off in this new hierarchy of
Yeah,
acceptable
I mean,
humanoids.
the point about regulation is interesting too. It's like stem cell therapy, yeah, and cloning used to be like this taboo, and then the US has been really slow to regulate it. FDA is notoriously, slow in implementing these kind of changes because with good reason. But then what happens is countries in South and Central America have looser regulations. Rich Americans go down there, and now stem cell treatment is totally normal. Like there's a
Hmm.
famous case. There's a weightlifter, Ronnie Coleman, who was the Mr. Olympia, bodybuilding champion for 10 years in the early 2000s. And, he had all these back surgeries. He had like steel rods placed in his back and he couldn't walk. And it went viral. Like there was a, video of him like that was on crutches and he actually lost the ability to walk from not from his weightlifting, but from all the surgeries that these bad doctors did to him. Now you see him kind of starting to walk in the pool. He's doing stem cell therapies after he was on Joe Rogan or some podcast. And a lot of athletes are doing this kind of thing. And it's becoming like this mainstream kind of acceptable thing to do. But it's like it's still not allowed to be done in most of the United States or countries that have more regulation like the United States. And it's like maybe we should move the regulations faster because that's more dangerous in my mind that people are going out and just doing it other places and it's just de facto acceptable and legal and then coming back and then whatever the impact is on the rest of the population or whatever like we're living with it it's like well let's hurry up the process here or
Yeah, it's
wherever.
funny. It's the same thing. Stem cells pushes up against politics in the United States, where this whole anti-abortion, so it becomes another policy political issue, which I think impedes whether it's going to be regulated or not. Like you're saying, it's a powerful technology, but why is it regulated? Not even regulated, banned in the United States, which I think it is, but other countries, because there is politics involved in that. And where are they getting the stem cells from? Is it the umbilical cord or is it aborted fetuses and all
I
this stuff?
think they grow them. In this case with China brain, they grow them. They
Yeah,
didn't take it from some embryon.
but you
Yeah,
have to get it the
there's ways to
original.
get there's ways to get those cells without getting the fetuses. Yeah.
We should read
I think
more scientist
yeah.
literature. So I think it's someday. For me personally, it's okay to give some health benefits, like with organs, with some neuron thing, but to grow the brain, it's like conscious there. And this one. So after some, I don't know, trauma with brain, you can implement some computer chips, microchips there. It's okay for me. If I vote for something, I say, okay, I can put myself on this place. I have something I don't have, and the scientists can help me to give
Yeah.
me my back, my quality of
Yeah.
life, make it better. Why not? It's okay. That's why we try to fight cancer and everything. It's okay. But when it's like a fake brain, for me, it's like a question about it's a human. It's a human person.
But again, like you can see how it's useful for therapies. Like for example, many times people have their loved ones end up brain trauma, brain dead, vegetative state, and they're taking off life support. What if you could regain the conscious because they feel like that person's never going to regain consciousness because brain cells are one of the cells that don't
But
regrow.
in this case,
What
you
if what
see,
if we could bring the person, back?
it's okay. We back already a person which exists. It's like we take the heart from one dead person and implant it to the others. So we already did it. I think it's okay to bring back to the real life like person which already exists, but to grow a new person in the laboratory. So it's like cool.
Frankenstein.
Please consider subscribing below.
Thank you for being with us. Please leave your comments, feedback, what you think about us, and see you in the next podcast. Bye.